Welcome to Living in San Diego. By the end of this video, you'll know 7 small towns people don't even realize are part of San Diego County and they're worth exploring. Hi, I'm Jennifer St. Clair and you're watching Living in San Diego, where we go behind the history, the homes, and the hidden gems. And remember, we didn't rank these based upon anything other than just kind of lifestyle choices. All right, let's get started and head out east to Alpine, 91901. Tucked along I-8, 30 minutes east of San Diego, Alpine feels like a gateway to the mountains without the full mountain commitment. Homes typically run $700,000 to $1.3 million, depending upon acreage, condition, and outbuildings. Many properties have septic, and wildfire insurance can add to the monthly cost. Originally ranch lands and stagecoach stops, Alpine still carries that rootsy vibe. The typical homes are built in the 1980s to 2000 with custom builds sprinkled in. It's characterized by wide open spaces, quiet nights, starry skies, pine meets chaparral scenery, and room for dogs to run. Why it's hidden? People underestimate how close it really is, only about 30 to 35 minutes from downtown, depending upon traffic. The schools are Shadow Hills Elementary, Joan McQueen Middle, and Granite Hills High. And the considerations are running errands requires intention and time. It's got much hotter summers and it can be very windy. Now, headed just close by to 91916, we've got Descanso. Bordering Cuyamaca Rancho State Park, Descanso offers cabins, ranch homes, and hobby agriculture. Descanso is where you start to feel the forest. Once a stagecoach rest stop, the name literally means rest. Most homes land between $600,000 and $900,000 depending upon lot size and upgrades. In the typical age or older cabins, 70s to 1990 builds with a lot of rustic charm. The lifestyle is pine trees, creek sounds, and quiet roads, perfect for coffee morning drives. It's hidden because there's no major commercial centers, and you still have to want the stillness to live out there. The schools are Descanso Elementary, Greenfield Middle, and Steel Canyon High. Winter can bring frost and the commute times can stretch out. There's lots of narrow canyon roads, but homes with usable flat yards outperform. Porch culture is real here as well. But there is a lot of appreciation logic for it. Buyers seeking escape energy push values up during remote work cycles, so you may want to consider it. Okay, heading southwest toward the rolling equestrian hills of Jamul, 91935. If you're craving privacy, homes priced $900,000 to $1.8 million range, rolling hills, bigger lots, and a little more breathing room without driving all the way to the desert or the border, Jamul is quietly becoming a relocation favorite. Originally ranching country, Jamul has stayed rural because it isn't located along any major freeway, and that's part of the charm. The typical home age here, 1970s to 2000, there's a lot of custom construction out there with stucco, tile roofs, and usable outdoor space. It's big horse country. They move here for horse properties, the barns, workshops, gardens, RV parking, scenic canyon drives. If you have hobbies, this place can handle them. It's considered hidden because there's no real downtown core, no coastal branding, and tourists never stumble into it. You have to know Jamul exists. The nearby public schools are Jamul, Oak Grove, Middle, and Steel Canyon High. The considerations are warm summers, curvy roads, longer grocery runs, and entertainment runs, and there is wildfire risk. Not a lot of entertainment out there except for the Jamul Casino, if you want to call that entertainment. So if you like quiet nights and wide open spaces, Jamul is your place. It's characterized by dry heat, breezy evenings, and big sky sunsets. Perfect patio hour energy. The custom homes and the land scarcity, plus limited new construction and slow, steady value, definitely makes Jamul attractive for appreciation in the future. Parcels with usable flat yard space tend to appreciate faster, but grading is expensive, so you want to look for flat. Pivoting east toward open desert sky, number 4 on our list is Borrego Springs, 92004. This one is magic. desert enchantment at its finest. Borrego Springs is a designated dark sky community, meaning stargazing is astounding. Most homes for single family are priced between $450 and $800, though you can find a lot well below $450 out in Borrego. And the typical age of homes are mid-century modern desert line, 60s to 80s build with patio-centric architecture. They're really, really charming. Lifestyle out here is big sky lifestyle. Quiet living, hiking, golf, stargazing, winter warmth, desert art installations, and hot springs nearby. You're gonna love those. It's considered hidden because it's completely surrounded by Anza Borrego Desert State Park. There's no sprawl whatsoever. The schools are Borrego Springs Elementary, Middle, and High School. Not a big community out there. Considerations about living in Borrego are summers are hot, like they will test your resolve hot, like open your oven hot. It's isolated out there, shopping is limited, you need a strong HVAC, and shade structures matter more than countertops. There is a lot of second home activity for purchasing and future appreciation. A lot of people like to escape to the desert. So you may want to put that on your list. Who knows? And in the spring, when the wildflower bloom, man, it's gorgeous out in Borrego. It attracts thousands of visitors in the spring when we have our super blooms of wildflowers. Before we keep going, if you're thinking about relocating to San Diego, you can download my free relocation guide. We break down San Diego for you, the employers, the communities. We've done all the work for you so you don't have to, and we'll save you hours of time. So you can click on the top pinned comment or scan the QR code. I know it's gonna help you a lot. Or even better, pick up the phone and call me. Let's book an appointment, let's chat. Pick up the phone and call me. Thank you. Let's head north County, San Diego to Fallbrook, 92028. Known as the Avocado Capital of the world, Fallbrook blends agricultural charm, gated communities, and art studios with homes typically ranging between $850,000 to $1.5 million, depending upon acreage, views, and agricultural potential. Fallbrook developed around the avocado groves, and it drew a lot of settlement in the early 1900s. It's still part of its identity. Most of the homes, however, were built in the 1970s to the year 2000 with custom ranches with landscaping dreams. A lot of agricultural and orchards up there. People move here for the porch sunsets, the farm-to-table culture, the wine tasting, the equestrian community, and acreage. And it's hidden because it sits just far enough away from coastal freeways that most tourists never see it. The nearby schools include Fallbrook Elementary, Potter Junior High, and Fallbrook High School. Considerations are winding roads, long commutes, steep driveways, and Google Maps doesn't always capture those slopes, and there's agricultural smells, so you're gonna wanna pay attention to location if you buy out there. With the acreage and remodel quality, future value leverage exists for appreciation, and a lot of people like to escape for the quietness. And not too far from Fallbrook is Bonsall, 92003. Bonsall is one of the most quietly upscale towns in the county, with rolling hills, panoramic views, horse facilities, and gated pocket homes that typically land between 1.2 and 2 million, depending upon acreage, condition, and whether it's an equestrian estate. Nearby public schools include Bonsall Elementary, Sullivan Middle, and Bonsall High. It's a quiet, elegant community that is deeply under the radar and quite desirable. It's named after a prominent horticulturalist, and it still has that boutique nursery energy. The typical age of homes are the 1980s to the 2000s, and most of them are custom homes. People move here for the luxury acreage, the privacy, the ocean breezes, and the proximity to coastal corridors without coastal pricing. Horse trails, boutique vineyards, rolling hills. We love it. Why it's hidden? It's overshadowed by Fallbrook. Locals know it. Relocators rarely do. So if you have questions about it, pick up the phone and give me a call. There are considerations for living in Bonsall, like every community, however. Limited commercial services out there, Errands can be 10 to 20 minutes easily, and hillside roads can be a challenge. Custom builds on the large lots always have a buyer, so don't be afraid to invest in Bonsall. Last but not least, let's head east to Pine Valley off of Interstate 8, 91962. East of Alpine, just off Interstate 8, Pine Valley feels like a mountain town that accidentally ended up in San Diego County. Took a wrong turn somewhere along the way. Most homes were built from the 1960s through the 90s with cabin-style porches, pitched roofs, and tall pines framing it. Pricing typically runs between $650,000 and $900,000 depending upon condition, lot size, driveway usability, and clearance. Nearby public schools include Pine Valley Elementary, Joan McQueen Middle, and Granite Hills High. People move here for the quiet evenings, for the real seasons, actual wood stove weekends, the usable yards, the porches, and the kind of stillness that coastal suburbs just can't manufacture. You'll hear the wind in the needles before you hear the traffic, and you're gonna love it. It's so beautiful out there. Great hiking. It might not be a good fit for you because grocery runs require planning, driveway slopes matter in winter, and the pace is genuinely slow. Plus, wildfires are a factor out there. So check your wildfire insurance before you purchase. Remember, we help you with that, so give us a call. If you need late night sushi, this isn't your spot. It's considered hidden because Pine Valley doesn't host festivals. Influencers don't film road trips here, and there's no postcard downtown that's drawing tourists. Most San Diegans drive past it on the freeway without realizing an entire community sits just beyond that tree line. Updated roofs, insulation, and dual-pane windows matter for seasonal comfort out here. You have change of seasons here. Pine Valley emerged organically from stage stops, travel patterns, and cabin escapes, not gold rush booms. It never built a tourism brand, and that's exactly what preserved its quiet reputation. And yes, you will develop opinions about firewood. Before you move there, you might want to consider wildfire preparedness, snow days, and longer grocery runs. But it does draw second home interest and tourism interest, so it is worth checking out. Why these towns are less well known. They're not major tourism corridors. They lack coastal branding. Their commutes are longer, their retail clusters are small, custom builds with inconsistent curb appeal, and reinvention happens slowly. They're hidden, not hyped. But this is where appreciation happens. In the acreage, the remodel density, the boutique retail clusters, the wineries, and agritourism, the hiking trail access, the wide open view lots, and the Airbnb pocket pivots where permitted, of course. Soft growth, but it is real over time. You've got to hold on to some of these properties a little longer term. Housing stock reality. Expect outdated kitchens, cosmetic remodel opportunities, unique layouts, septic systems in some pockets as well as on propane out there, fireplace-centric design, barns, workshops, and a lot of space for toys. Also, big equestrian. Things to look out for when you visit: road grade and driveway angle, cell reception, grocery run time, nighttime lighting, wind exposure, fire zone mapping, and commute distance to work. Small town life is lived in the details. If you want to live in the small towns, structure it so that you love your life in San Diego. Okay, in this video, we explored 7 hidden small towns in San Diego County that offer breathing room, starry skies, vintage architecture, hobby space, quiet mornings, scenic drives, weekend charm, and long-term appreciation potential. We explored Alpine, Descanso, Jamul, Fallbrook, Bonsall, Borrego Springs, and Pine Valley. What one was your favorite? Do you like north on Fallbrook, or do you want to go east out to Descanso? There's a lot of options here, and not every location is for everyone, and that's the point. If you're thinking about relocating to San Diego next week, next month, whenever, we'll build a search strategy tailored to your lifestyle so you don't waste weekends zigzagging the county. All right, that's enough small town dreaming for today. I gotta go practice yoga at Sunset Cliffs. On the other hand, you should grab my relocation guide and you should give me a call. Let's chat. Meanwhile, thank you for watching till the end, and as always, stay sunny, San Diego.